What's going on, y'all? It's Locks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we get the NBA player props for this Thursday, November 13th NBA slate. Got a 3-gamer, gonna be breaking down 2 player props for you guys here in a second. But before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. Again, for the whole month of November, we're gonna be uploading every single day for you guys. So if you guys like to stay tuned with the content channel and everything, again, make sure to turn those post notifications down below to not miss a single video. I know I didn't upload one yesterday, unfortunately, because our video literally got corrupted once we finished editing, and I was just pretty late whenever I was filming it, so didn't really want to redo it. But we posted up all the picks on the VIP end, and if you guys are in the VIP part of that deal, we ended up cashing out every single pick that we gave you guys yesterday, which was the one day that we missed on the channel for Wednesday. As you guys can see, gave you guys 2 different 2-mans, Wagner, Shaden Sharp, Keldon Johnson, Steven Adams. All 4 of these ones ended cashing out. So again, if you guys were in the VIP, you would receive these picks sent directly to your phone number and or email, whichever one you guys like prefer, put it on there. But if you guys like to receive picks like that, make sure to join up winnable.com/LodgeLocks. You guys can see the details to join right here. If you join any of these deals, you get all of our picks: NFL, football, college football, basketball, all this good stuff. So again, definitely a good little option to receive those ones. As you guys can see, we'll show y'all the proof right here. This is the exact same picks that we sent y'all multiple hours before, and they both ended up cashing. So definitely pretty solid on the day. As you guys can see, you guys can match them up right there. But we got some more picks for you guys on today's free video. So with that being said, again, make sure to drop that like and subscribe. Hit that like button real quick. It literally takes 1 second down below. It really helps out the channel, just getting the algorithm out there and everything. Just again, promotes it, just does better views and everything. So that would also be much appreciated, even if you guys can't join. Again, that is also another very good way to support me. But without further ado, we're gonna go to hop right into picks on today's video. As you guys can see, got a 3 slate day for this NBA Thursday. Toronto Raptors, Cavs, Atlanta Hawks, Utah Jazz, Indiana Pacers, Phoenix Suns. Going to be giving you guys a player from both these first 2 games, a player from Toronto, and then a player from Atlanta. Both these games should be pretty decent, over and under 240.5 with the Raptors and Cavs. Spread -7.5, Atlanta Hawks versus Utah Jazz, -2.5, over and under of 233.5. Staying away from Pacers Suns, both their lineups have been pretty consistent so far this season. Both these teams just not really like confident on like a set rolled played offensively, just to get like a guaranteed like floor ceiling out of these players. So just gonna be rock with these two, like the odds on the 2 props that I found on today's video. So with that being said, player of the day on today's, we're gonna be rocking with Nickeil Alexander-Walker over his points and assists. Love this line for this guy. I believe he should have a good one. Over his 20.5. Ever since Trae Young did end up going down, which has been the last 6 games, I believe. Yeah, these last 6 right here. Again, he's had multiple games where he's gone over, so definitely a good little sign right there. Now we have this matchup against Utah Jazz, who are currently ranked 25th and 27th in points and assists allowed, giving up a total of 120 plus a game and 28 plus a game. So definitely a good little lineup right there. With Trae Young being out, he's been filling in that starting role as the point guard. So again, definitely feel like this is a good matchup for him. If we look at Utah Jazz specifically against the point guard position, which he does play, they get even worse. They're ranked 29th and 30th in points and assists allowed, giving up 30 and almost 12 a game. If we look at all the other positions, pretty much against the bigger guys from the 3 to 4 spot, they get a little bit better. Obviously, they're still like pretty much middle of the barrel. But point guard, shooting guard, which this dude does end up playing, they give up a combined total of 60 points. So 20.5 points and assists for the guard combined on this team. Again, I'm definitely expecting a very good game out of him. Now, if we go to this little insight on this outlier tool right here, if we go to games without Trae Young, which has been the most recent ones, so far this season alone, again, he is covered 80% of the time without Trae Young, 4 out of 5 games. And then if we look at the one matchup where he did not go over without Trae Young, this game happened to be a 33-point blowout, 133 to 100, which is insane. Obviously, the starting players aren't going to be playing nearly as many minutes as usual. You guys can see it for yourself. Only played 21 minutes whenever he's been averaging 30 like plus minutes guaranteed whenever it's a close game. So definitely expecting a good one. And he's actually been doing his thing starting, filling in this role against very solid teams defensively. Cleveland Cavs, Orlando Magic, Toronto. Indiana is not the best, but obviously he had a lot more at 24. But as you guys can see, against good teams, he's definitely done his thing. So as long as this game is close competitive, which I'm expecting it to be, again, a spread of only minus 2.5. Again, this dude should be seeing some minutes. And then if we look at all these games without Trae Young, again, 14, 11, 11, 14 shot attempts. He's been getting the free throw line a consistent amount as well. Again, no less than 3 free throws made. And then his potential assists have definitely skyrocketed ever since Trae Young, again, the primary ball handler. 8, 7, 8, and 9 potential assists on top of averaging 12 shot attempts, shooting 50% from the field, and again, getting to the free throw line a great amount of times. So now he's going against a team who's ranked one of the worst bottom 3 defenses in the whole league in his position specifically. Filling in that role, definitely expect this guy to have a good one. Last season, obviously, he was on a different team, didn't play nearly as many minutes or just saw those opportunities as he's seeing now on this new role he's playing on Utah. So not really worried about that. But again, coming off of this blowout game, he still ended up having 18, only missing by 3. Definitely expecting this one to just have a good amount of minutes, a good amount of shot attempts, just potential assists and everything. This team's so vulnerable on giving up points. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker over there on the road, definitely expecting this guy to go out there and do his thing. So we're going to be rocking with this one as our player of the day on today's video. If you guys are new here to the channel, we give you guys a player of the day in every single one. Those are the ones that we're most confident in and believe should have the best chance of hitting, in our opinions, based off the matchup, the line that we got it at, and everything. So that case, we're rocking with him. And then our second player on today's video. Moving on to this Toronto Raptors versus Cavs game, we're going to be rocking with Brandon Ingram over his PRA at 24.5. His normal line's at 30 that he needs to cover. Now we only need 25. Pretty confident in this line for Ingram. So far this season alone, he's played 11 games, covered 91% of the time, and the only time that he wasn't able to cover was a blowout game against the San Antonio Spurs, who have been looking red hot so far this season. Their defense has been pretty solid, and again, they ended up getting blown out. So definitely didn't see just all those opportunities and whatnot. Probably got put out a little early, which again just tanked his opportunities to cover it a little bit. But outside of that, again, 91%, 10 out of 11, you cannot make that up. How many straight games he's gone over? In 7 straight games, he's seen 25 plus at least, and he's had pretty much every other game except for one that he's covered with 30 plus PRA. So definitely expecting a great game. Cleveland Cavs defensively, if we look at them against a small forward spot, which he does play, that is by far their most weakest point defensively, being ranked 28th, 28th, and 23rd in points, rebounds, and assists allowed, giving up 27, 9, and almost 5 a game. So definitely a great matchup for Ingram. Last season, he did his thing against these guys, 30 and 33 on one game on the Pelicans, one game on Toronto. Or actually, this one was this season, actually, at the beginning of or at the end of October on Halloween, he actually ended up having 33 fantasy scores, saw similar minutes, 35. His rebound chances, 11, potential assists, 6. If we compare, and 17 or 15 shot attempts. If we compare that to his whole season alone, he's been taking 16 shot attempts, 9 rebound chances, 7 potential assists. So definitely a good one. And the part that I really love about this play, to add the cherry on top of everything, Brandon Ingram has exceeded 30.5 PRA in 5 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses. 4 assists allowed, averaging 37.2 PRA, which is 7 over his actual line. Now, mind you, that's just his normal line. We're taking him at the Goblin line right here at 25. So, again, against similar teams defensively, he is averaging, what is that, almost 12 points over the line that we need him to cover. So this one should be an absolute freebie. Again, these are the lines against his other teams, or against teams similar defensively, and he's covered 33 at least. Now we only need 25 out of this guy. Again, we definitely should see a very good matchup out of Brandon Ingram right here. And again, this game should be pretty close and competitive. The only reason why I'm taking the Goblin line is because Cavs, they do have their lineups coming back. I know that, like it says, they have a lot of injuries, but these guys were only out because of rest. Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, they didn't play their last game because they wanted to rest their players. So with them coming back from a rest, I could see a potential chance of there being a blowout, which we've been seeing a lot actually recently on the NBA. Kind of unfortunate right there. But again, you like to try and avoid those things and just take those Goblin lines for that sort of reason. So Brandon Ingram, 24.5. I feel like that one should be pretty solid for us. if you guys would like to risk it, get that extra payout boost, again, I feel like 29 should also be a very good line as well. Last season, he covered in 2 games. So far this season alone, he's covered 73% of the time, and the only matchups where he wasn't able to cover his normal line was 1, a 20, almost 30-point blowout, 2, another blowout, and then the first game, another blowout. So pretty much every game that he wasn't able to cover his normal line, they were all blowouts, and every competitive game he was able to cover. So again, definitely a good option. This Cleveland team against opposing small forwards, again, is by far their weakest point. 28, 28, 23. You guys can't make that up. So if you guys want to take normal line, you can. Pretty high on Brandon Ingram overall, though, to just have a great day. But again, I feel like 24.5 should just be guaranteed sweat free. So we're going to be pairing that with our player of the day. I feel like both these guys have a great chance of hitting. Probably one of my favorite videos in a while. So Brandon Ingram paired with Nickeil is going to be our 2 players on today's video that we're giving you guys. So nice little double up on your money. Again, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 20.5 points of assist. Paired with Brandon Ingram, 24.5 PRA, throwing 20, 145. You actually get a better payout boost, actually. Not sure how it's a 2.25x, but we'll take it. Again, extra $5 compared to the double up. So, however much money you guys put on there. If you guys put 50, you guys can see the payout right here. 50 turns into 112. So, definitely better than usual on the 2x, but these are 2 props that we give you guys for this Thursday, November 13th NBA slate that we got going on. So that is all we got for you guys on today's video. Again, make sure to drop that like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It'll be much appreciated. Again, got the VIP link to all those details will be in the description of this video below. But that is all we got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.